So for people that want a relationship, I see this a lot, you know, you move too fast. A lot of people move too fast and don't get to know a person first, bro. You have to know who you're dealing with before you even lock it in. Before you guys are tied in, bro, you guys need to hang out for a long time, long periods of time. You see what I'm saying? Not just 1 week and, oh, we're together now. You don't know this person. You see what I'm saying? So like me, when, you know, I was dating before, right? I would take my time with females, bro. Like, I'm not in no rush, bro, because anything that comes fast is gonna go fast. So I'm, you know, okay, let's say I'm in the dating market. I know what I'm looking for. I know I'm looking for something steady, for something for the long run. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you're going into it with a different mindset, then you already know what to expect. If you're looking to hit it and quit it, then that's what you're getting, hit it and quit it. That's fine. But if you're looking for something long term, bro, you need to like put a lot of time into it. You need test. You know what I'm saying? You definitely need tests. Like, you guys need to go out and see what it's about, you know, go through different situations and see how that person acts, see how you act. And hey, sometimes you might be wrong and she might correct you, or vice versa, whatever it is, you know, and see if it could actually work. See if something happens, like, you know, you get mad or she gets upset about something, and see how the situation goes. See, like, okay, boom, I'm gonna be with this person, you know, for a long ass time, you know, for the rest of my life, because this is how I see it. If I'm getting in a relationship, this is, you know, for the rest of my life type of shit. I'm not gonna get in, like, there's no point of getting in a relationship if you don't see it long term. You know what I'm saying? If you see it as short term, you know, as you see it as not lasting, then you might as well back out right now, because you're wasting your time. You see what I'm saying? So this is how I see things. And, you know, it's just my perspective, and it works for me, which is taking time, bro. Taking time, and I want to go through stuff. I want to really learn the person. I really want to get to know the person. Like, it's not enough time, bro. You could be with a person. You got to be with a person every day. You know, you got to know, like, okay, boom, like, do they keep their car clean? You know what I'm saying? I'm going over your house. Is your room clean? You know what I'm saying? Is my room clean? You better ask, you know what I'm saying? You better know if my room is clean too, vice versa. This ain't just going towards one, you know, this ain't one-sided, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I like to see stuff like that. And, like, you know, how do you handle situations, like, you know, just simple stuff like that. Like, how are you spending money? Are you always trying to spend money? Are you always trying to, you know, are you living for a purpose? Are you working towards something? Like, this is all the things that you need to, like, you know, realize before you lock it in, bro. I know a lot of people out here, bro, that, you know, dudes especially, that move too quick, and then they wonder why shit, you know, backstabs them in the end, bro, because you don't really know this person, bro. Dudes will go meet a girl for 2-3 weeks and get to know her, think they know her, move in with her, and then she finds out this bitch is crazy, you know what I'm saying? And now she's breaking all your stuff. She's calling the cops on you and this and that, and now you're like, what the fuck? Like, I did not know she was like this. Of course not, bro. Nobody's gonna know how anybody is in 2 to 3 weeks, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that's what I'm saying, is that people don't understand that time is what will, you know, confirm the answer on what you're looking for, bro. Like, it'll confirm it. And don't ignore certain shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't ignore certain shit, and it's best when you do it early, because you're not fully wrapped into this person. You're not in love with them. You're not like, damn, they're always around and this and that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, boom, we getting to know each other. Oh, damn, I don't like that her phone's blowing up constantly, 100 dudes calling her. I don't like that. I'm gonna cut her off. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, if you a player or whatever, you on that type of time, you like, yeah, I'm gonna keep her and I'm gonna hit it and this and that, and do what you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's your life. But you just know that, boom, it ain't long term. Or, you know, it might be like, oh, you know, she's always complaining about money, but she's out here freaking drinking every day and hitting the club every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Deal breakers like that, like shit that I'll be like, nah, I'm straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. you know, and that I like to peep out early, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not fully locked in, so I have no feelings towards you yet like that. So it's easy for me to be like, yeah, on to the next one, because I'm not about to get wrapped up with you and you got all these issues, you got all these problems that I'm not willing to deal with. You see what I'm saying? Now, every person is gonna have issues and problems and things you got to deal with. That's just plain and simple. It's always gonna be something. Nobody's perfect on this planet. You know what I'm saying? But what am I, you gotta ask yourself, what am I willing to deal with? You see what I'm saying? Like, what am I willing to deal with? And, you know, to me in my life, I'm not trying to deal with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got a whole lot of problems, like, I'm not trying to deal with that shit, you know? If you got, you know, your problem here and there, okay, that's fine. You know, and you know how to work on it, and you try and this and that, that's fine. That's cool with me. Like, I could rock with that. I got problems too. I'm not perfect. And I try to work on my problems, and it's a long process, and it's not an overnight thing. So that's something that I look for, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not just on some, like, yeah, it's all good. Like, yeah, she drinks, she fucking, you know, like, let's say there's like, oh yeah, she drinks, she hangs out with 100 dudes a week, she's always partying, you know, she don't got a car, she don't care about a job and this and that. That's fine. Like, me, bro, I'm not putting up with that. Like, I'm fine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, I know what that comes with, bro, and I've dealt with females like that before, you know, not for long term, but even for short term is a headache. So imagine long term, bro. And another thing is, bro, is like, you won't really know somebody until you move in with them, you know. So in my eyes, until I really get to know you, if we're getting to the point where you moving in, now that's a hell of a good, you know what I'm saying, this is going great. This is going great. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't moving nobody in my crib. Like, we ain't moving together if, like, nah, we ain't doing that. Unless it's somebody that's valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? And if we're at that point, that's like, okay, bet. This is going good. And even then, I'm still like, okay, let's see if we can live together. Because, yeah, we can hang out all day and this and that. But when you go back home, that's fine. And I go back home, you know, we got our space and it's just different. But when you start living together, that's a whole different ball game. You wake up, you got your stuff there. You don't have no space no more. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have your time like that. You know, obviously, you know, if you have good conversation with your partner and y'all understand each other, you can still have space, obviously. But at the end of the day, y'all living in one place, so you really don't have space like that, unless, like, whatever you do, you go take a drive or whatever. So you got to remember that, like, okay, boom, now is the real test. Because, yeah, it's easy to say, oh yeah, she's straight and we get along and this and that, but how are you gonna feel when you know, maybe she fucking does something in the bathroom that you don't like, bro? Maybe now you got a bunch of hair in your drain and she doesn't clean it, or, you know, she never cleans, or, you know what I'm saying, like, stuff like that you gotta, like, really live with a person first to really know, like, oh, okay, this person is like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know because I'm not with them 24/7 like that. But once you do that, then you can understand, okay, boom, this is how the person is. And to me personally, bro, like, I consider that like a big step, like moving in. And with my relationship right now has been, man, the smoothest ever, bro. You feel me? Like, the smoothest ever. I have no complaints, you know what I'm saying? But that's because I took my time, bro. Before I even locked it in, bro, I took like a year, bro, of hanging out with her, talking to her, different situations, bringing her over my house, like a whole lot of different situations, different tests, you know. And then I figured, like, okay, boom, the mindset is there. I like what I'm, you know, seeing. I like what I'm hearing, this and that. And we could possibly do this. And this is where we at now. But this is what I'm telling y'all, man. Take your sweet time, bro, because this is a partner you're trying to be with for the long term, right? So if I'm gonna go out there and buy a car, I'm gonna go buy a house, I'm not just like, yeah, just go give me the house right there in the corner that I never like looked inside or never stepped foot in. Like, who does that, bro? Nobody goes to a dealership and be like, yeah, just give me that one, whatever. You know, the first one that I see, that's fine. I don't care if this shit might be falling apart. That's fine. I'll fix. Like, nah, bro. You go, you watch videos on the car, you test drive the car, you ask people about the car. Like, you see what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you do that with a significant other that is way more important than, you know, all that other stuff? But yeah, man, so I just want to touch on that topic because a lot of dudes move too fast, man. But take your time, and in the end, when you realize that, you know, you like it's all green flags and you lock it in, it's gonna be a smooth ride, bro. So if you out there looking for a long-term relationship, take your time. Let's get it.